Mr. Taiye, a commercial farmer from Nigeria who is here to seek solutions to number one, the high mortality rate at his commercial farm, number two, the starvation issues among his livestock animals, and number three, to hopefully get a lasting remedy to the lack of employment among the youth in the beautiful country of Nigeria. We welcomed him right here in our agro shop, where I personally believe he already witnessed or found some of the remedies to these issues that have driven him here. Afterwards, we moved, of course, to the studio of Farming in Africa right here in Accra, Achimota, to get his story. If you're a livestock farmer, this is a segment you wouldn't want to miss a single minute of. Stay tuned. Hi, Mr. Tyye.
Hi, Nadia.
Good to see you.
Same
Let
here.
me give you an official welcome to Farming in Africa.
Thank you for having me today.
First of all, I know you have told me a bit about the background and what has brought you here,
Yeah.
but I have a global audience, so please introduce yourself to us.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Taiye from Nigeria, Egun Farm.
I know Nigerians have beautiful long names. I want your full name.
Okay, so I'm Taiye Lulu. Taiye Lulu Lawal from Nigeria.
That's right.
From Egun Farm, Egun Integrated Farm in Osun State. And we've come all the way to Ghana because we've gone through a lot. We've had too many issues that we have. The mortality rate is very, very high, and even the feeding.
Yeah.
The feeding, we found so many difficult. We've tried to find so many ways to cut like the expenses because we spend so much and don't get results. You know, and when you try to cut corners, you lose the animals. You know, so but we decided, okay, to take a further step to find a solution to our problem, and been following you guys for a while.
Thank you.
And, I just had to make this trip, so we put a face to the existence of farming in Africa because you guys have made, you're making dreams come true. You're giving us hope again.
That's humbling to know. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure and honor to have you here. So talking about the high mortality rate, I would love to find out what kind of animals you are rearing at your farm first of all, and maybe the number, just to give us a fair idea.
Okay, so for the goats, they're way over 50 goats on the farm.
Okay.
Most of them are the West African dwarfs.
So West African
Yeah,
dwarfs,
we had a few wild goats and Kalahari.
Really?
But a few, and lost most of them.
No.
And it still goes back to, you know, the care, medication, the feeding. You know, there are so many things that we've done outside the books.
Yes.
I believe we have done a more extensive research.
Yeah.
Although we did a little bit of that, I must confess. But availability to most of the things we need has also been a challenge. As well, availability, you know. So and feeding the right type of food.
Wow.
You know, I've learned so many things in a few hours here, and it's interesting where all these are just in front of us, and we lose so much because we don't have this information. Honestly, just a few discussions with most of your team yesterday, giving us a brighter light to how we can solve it. And also, you guys have everything we need in your store. You know, the medication we can't find in my country. The seeds, the grass, you know, to make it. And you also brief me on how to plant them correctly. Things to do. You don't just put seeds on the floor and think they will germinate. so many things I've learned, and you know, that's so the number, and that's the mortality rate has been on the production. You know, we try to produce, you know, try to crossbreed them, the wild goats to the whites, the Kalahari to the West African dwarfs. And at some point we even tried some Sokoto Red.
I see.
Another breed, but the mortality rate for that was not even up for the project.
Oh.
Yeah, the West African dwarfs, most of them don't even last up to 12 weeks. Yes.
They don't even last up to 12
weeks. Most of the
weeks.
kids don't last up to 12 weeks.
I believe you probed further. What are some of the findings when you investigated?
So honestly, every time we've done a postmortem after a mortality, there is no distinct. There's nothing pointing to what the cause of death has been.
Interesting.
There's nothing pointing to what the cause of death has been. honestly. So it's all boils down to the selection. Like one of Fred's videos, he told us you don't just buy the goats, things you need to do before you buy the goats. So I think that is where we've gotten a possible solution.
Okay.
And we're looking forward to the next purchase
Yeah.
and see how we can go about it.
I think I want to first of all say well done. Congratulations to you. Everything you've just mentioned sounds pretty intensive, and that shows that you are a very serious commercial farmer. So despite the challenges, well done.
Thank you.
Number two, I feel like you've already found the remedies as you were already educating my audience about all of the solutions you have found.
I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited. The trip has been very...
I'm so happy.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets, 100%.
I'm genuinely happy to hear that. If I get you correctly, it means your farm is a goat farm.
No, we have
so you talked only about the goats.
Yeah, we have all the animals.
What kind of other animals?
So there are cattle on the farm.
Oh.
There are guinea fowls, chickens, catfish, and dogs.
And dogs?
Yeah. I started from dog breeding.
Interesting.
So that was the origination of everything about my life in farming today.
Yes.
It all started from dogs.
Wow. Moving a bit away from the high mortality rate, because like you said, when you even do postmortem, you can't exactly pinpoint what the issue was. Do you honestly think it's also got to do with feeding? Because when you came here, as part of the challenges you mentioned you were dealing with, you talked passionately about feed a lot and how the season right now in Nigeria is a big headache to livestock farmers. Talk to me about that. The whole season Nigeria is in, or in fact the whole of West Africa anyway. I mean, you've seen how the weather is very dry in Ghana now. It's not easy on some of us, how much more livestock and the feeding. Talk to me about that, because every aspiring livestock farmer or experienced ones can relate to all of these issues.
Yeah, okay, so I think going, first of all, the mortality, I think we're, at this point, we've been able to pin it to 80% from feed.
Ooh, repeat that. Look into the camera and repeat that.
At this point, we've been able to pin the high mortality rate to the type of feed animals are taking.
I'm very excited you've mentioned that, because maybe you are a new following or follower right here. We have been preaching about some 5 fundamental pillars you need to get right in the livestock agribusiness. And we usually mention genetics or the breed first. The second most important would be the nutrition. And we always say feed is like the biggest challenge in the livestock industry. So if you're able to crack that nut, you are good to go. Number 3 would be the medication, the health, which is why I was happy when you said you've seen all of the medication you were struggling to get back at home. Number 4, we always talk about farm management. How skilled are the farm workers or managers at your farm? And number 5, we usually say the infrastructure. But I'm always very happy when people validate what we say about the feed, because we tell people if you purchase the highest, most superior genetic breed and you fail in nutrition, you've lost it. You've lost all the superior quality
100%.
genetic traits. I'm really happy about that. So please, that was just to throw more light on this issue.
Yeah.
Continue with it for me. So you said 80% has been pinned down to feeding.
Yeah.
Woo! And what other findings?
So aside that feeding, then also the timing. I've always, in many years of farming, I've always seen farming as, like most of the early mentors will tell us, farming is conversion of grass to meat. No, they're completely wrong. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
Because now we release the animals to graze.
Yeah.
Let's say when the sun is out at about 11, 12 noon.
Yes.
And we just believe they're out the whole day.
Yeah.
And I got to realize in farming in Africa that there's a stipulated timing for grass consumption. So and that really hits the nail on the head, because our animals stay out from 12 to they go to work from 12 to 6 p.m.
Yeah, that's funny.
Or when they want to come back home.
Yes.
So I think at this point, that takes us also to the last part you talked about, the infrastructure. We have to learn how to manage the space. We release them to this area for this stipulated time. Release them to another area for stipulated time.
Yeah.
And when work is over, everybody goes. They all go back to their pen.
Wow. let me take you a little back again to the feeding. Yeah. So you mentioned 80% boils down to that. Paint the picture of the feeding, is it feeding world right now in this season in Nigeria to me?
No, so in Nigeria now, we didn't have much rains this year. Whoa. So many areas are not green. And even the animals that we want to let them graze, there is no grass to graze. You know, and when we talk about feeding, the cost of getting even the waste that we use, that we might need to use to produce or pelletize feeds is also expensive. You know, and one thing majorly many farmers in Nigeria use is cassava peel, which right now I've not seen anything in your own ingredients for the pelletized food or anything. I've not seen anything cassava in it. So I believe there's something we are not getting correct, and that is why I am there.
Thank you for watching this far. If you've enjoyed what you've watched so far, be rest assured we have a lot more like this for you. All I need you to do right now is to take just a second of your time, hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any more content like this coming your way. Also, you doing this would help reach more people with similar interests like yourself. So by all means, hit the subscribe button, and thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of it. So what I get from you is we shouldn't do things the way, to use your word, our ancestors did, because then we would be producing the same results which are not exactly helping.
Yeah, true.
So it's about being intentional about the whole business.
Exactly.
Well, how long have you been in this farming business for?
About 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah, about 9 years.
About 9 years now.
Yeah.
And you've been in the breeding industry too for this long?
Well, dog breeding, about 2 decades plus, about 24 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I started very young.
You started very young.
I lived my life on dogs.
Beautiful.
I've always been an animal lover, so it's been.
Had it not been for time constraints, I would have dived completely into the breeding world of dogs. But no, let's stick to our goals.
Let's stick to the goals, because this is what's most important right now.
Yes, definitely. I saw the excitement on your face when we finally told you that we have made arrangements for you to visit the farm.
Honestly.
Talk about that. I'm not even going to continue.
So let's say visiting the farm is like the, you know, before I got a message that, oh, Fred was coming to Nigeria, you don't need to come. You know, I was like, no. Fred might be the secondary purpose. Yeah. The primary purpose, I intentionally want to get to the farm ground. Yes. Now to see what's going on the farm, you know. They tell us seeing is believing, literally true. You know, I watch the videos and I try to picture myself on your farm, seeing what have you, you guys started 2018-19, about 5 years now, or 6 years, and I see the videos, I see how much you guys have accomplished. Even people that started before me haven't accomplished that. And there is no need to raise shoulder and say I've been doing it for many years. Knowledge is power. Yeah, knowledge is power. You guys have cracked the nuts. You guys have broken into solutions that many of us have not found over the years. Yeah. So I just need to. It's important for me to see what you guys are doing. I want to touch those. I've seen boar goats. I've touched boar goats. Yes. I've carried boar goats. You've carried boar goats. I've seen the difference in what you guys have. Yeah. I want to really see them live. I want to see how far the savannah goats, the one that had the key. I want to see. You are an ardent follower. I sleep on your page. I wake up on your page. Interesting. It's something that you know. I tell people, if you're not passionate about this, you wouldn't go. You wouldn't go for it. I think I'm truly humbled to hear that, because every now and then we go out to interact with other industry players, other livestock farmers. I know you meet a university graduate who just tells you that I watched a video from your channel or your platform, and because of that I decided not to chase after jobs I wasn't getting anyway and started with my own farm. And every time I hear one story like that or another, I'm like genuinely touched. So as you are here and you kept talking about how you are taking this hopefully perpetual remedy back with you home, how are you practically going to let the youth understand that, guys,
it is possible right after school, even without the so-called resources. It is possible. I want to pick your brain on how you're going to implement that, because you're very passionate about the unemployment issues.
Okay, so like let me start from even the staffs that we have.
Yes.
We try to encourage them that I don't wish for you to work here forever.
Wow.
We try to equip you with knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, one of my mentors usually tells us that every situation or position you find yourself is a learning process. So whatever I'm able to achieve or gain, I love to share with people around. So even from the immediate staffs with us, if you're going and you're passionate about it and you want to go, we could even give you a startup package.
Wow.
You know, so there are youths where so many youths in Nigeria today want to go into farming, want to go into agriculture.
Interesting.
And one thing that has really hindered them to is they feel you need a plot of an acre or 2 acres to be a farmer. You know, but like you said, if you said the man who has his house,
half plot of land. Ali, this is a shout out to you.
And still has goats,
turkey,
sheep,
guinea fowl. Yes,
on
sir.
half plot of land. So
Yes,
I tell the youth, I say there's no space
Yeah.
that cannot be utilized.
Yeah.
I've seen people that started planting tomatoes on their fence.
Wow.
Just at the back of their house.
Wow.
You know, some of them just have everything. They have a friend, everything she uses is almost natural, just from her flower beds.
Yeah.
So it's just for them to encourage. But my coming to farming in Africa is also to make them know that there are solutions to the problems we think have no solutions.
Wow.
There are solutions here.
Wow.
Is it planting the grass? You just need to get the seeds. You just, and if you guys don't believe that they exist, they do. I'm here. They are not scammers. Sorry, I had to bring that in. They exist. What they're doing is real. And if you want to purchase anything from them, you can. I beat my chest. Come and hold me. You can purchase from them. You can come down here.
All right.
They are homely. They are lovely. They are welcoming. Trust me.
Whenever I meet passionate and knowledgeable people like you, I feel sad whenever I have to wrap up my productions, because I feel like we can go on and on and on, sharing knowledge, exchanging information, but it's all good. It's all good, and I know the short period we have spent with each other has been very impactful, and it's going to impact our global audience as well. The last thing I would probably, disturb you on a bit would be the kind of feed solutions you are taking back with you. Because when we got to the feed solutions section at the shop, I saw you didn't even want to leave that section. I knew you wanted to carry the whole thing with you back to Nigeria.
Honestly.
What feed solutions are you taking with you?
Okay, so feed solutions, the grass, the Samentia grass, the SF01
and the SF02.
SF02,
Yeah.
And
the pelletized feed as well.
Alfalfa. Alfalfa. See, these are seeds that you just you plant and give them time to germinate. Give them time to sprout out and grow before you start grazing on them. Then the pelletized food. Another opportunity that I wish I can have is to see the production process.
Okay.
If there's a possibility to see the production process, because of so many factors, many people might not be able to afford buying from here. Yeah. But if your team can make it available for us over there, so there are 2 ways. We can have a means of producing ours, or you can have it available for us in Nigeria. Okay.
Mr. Taiye, all I can say is the future is so bright. First of all of the feed solutions we have are highly available in Nigeria as I speak with you. We have our physical shop in Abuja, F01 Markets, Kubwa Markets, I hope I got it right, in Abuja, yes. In Kubwa, yes. We have a physical shop there. In Lagos, we have a team in Lagos. Jibo, yes, thank you. And we do deliveries all over the beautiful country of Nigeria. About the future plans concerning everything you've said, I'm not the one to spoil surprises, so let's just leave it at that. But thank you for following and for spreading the word about what we do, and also in your own way for impacting the people around you. We are really, really humbled to know what you are doing. And for me, I want to say a big congratulations to you again. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to wrap this up, but I have to. And today, coming to you all the way from Nigeria, even though it's here in the studio of Family in Africa. It's been an amazing time, and I want to believe that you have learned as much as I have learned. We love you, and from Mr. Taiye, representing all of the Nigerians in that beautiful country, and from me and the entire Family in Africa team led by our boss Fred, we say we love you and see you in another video. Bye bye for now.